Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 26 of building the Back to the Future DeLorean. It's the only DeLorean, really, isn't it? I know there are other DeLoreans, but they really aren't. It's the one. If someone says DeLorean to you, that's what you think. This is 1/8 scale. Look, you can see the engine almost completed. I have updated from last time. If you watched last time, depending on which last time you saw, I either did the pulleys and things on here, or I put the brackets on because I was waiting on a delivery. This pulley seems very loose. I can't do anything to make it any shorter. It's the same size as that one, which is all right. There was a problem with it attaching down here because it was a bit loose, but it's all behind a plate. You can't see it anyway. I put that plate on the front there now as well. And the whole thing is going to be fitting inside the car, so you're not going to see it. But just to keep you updated. So issue 26, we'll have a look. On this part, we are receiving parts for the silencer, exhaust pipes and connectors, plus fixing screws. So yes, we'll be doing some more work with the engine, fitting the silencer section, and then we're fitting the entire engine into the car. So that will be quite a big stage for this. So we're going to be doing all this, fitting it into the car. It will end up looking much like that. So yeah, quite interesting and exciting. And then we'll be able to progress on even further. Going back, part 3. Again, apologies if you're watching these as they're being released. Everything will be slightly out of order. Part 2 was a long time ago, and part 1 was last time. But it will all make sense if you watch it again through the playlist. Yeah, that's what happens when issues get delayed. Steven Spielberg obviously was the executive producer on Back to the Future. Yeah, did quite a good job. I don't know exactly what executive producers do. I don't know that anybody does. But yeah, that's that. Next time, we've got the horns, fans and brackets to fit part of the cooling system. And obviously the horn as well. That'd be quite interesting. We shall get to do that very shortly. Oh, I've already done that. I think I've already done that because this is 26. I think I've done 27 and 28, but haven't been able to fit it because of the parts. It'll all make sense. Just watch it through, and I'm sure it'll make sense. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm doing it live in real time. But yeah, there we go. So these are the parts. I shall clear the bench. We'll get these ready. We'll do the first part. We're fitting them to the engine, and then we'll clear and get the entire car ready and put it all on there. Okay, here we go. This is the easy part. We're fixing one of these. Are these the same, or are they different? They look the same to me. They've got the same sort of notches in different places. Are they the same size? One looks bigger than the other, but it's one of those optical illusions that whichever one's that side looks bigger. Although that one does look bigger. No, they do appear to be the same. It's just one of those optical illusions. Let me just double check to make sure. Yeah, they basically, one goes either side. Oh yeah, that's going to go on there like that, held in place with a AP screw. And the other one's going to be doing exactly the same on the other side. So let me get 2 AP screws out. 3, depending on how the screws land. Nope, just the 2. That's what I wanted. So we'll get that one in that side because that's the one that it says to do first. I don't think it makes any difference. Slightly dodgy angles we've got to work out here, but I'm sure we'll be able to get it done. Get that in a little bit, and then you can play around with it and get it located into the right place before tightening it down. Hold the little bit rather than the big bit, because the little bit's what you're actually screwing into. Not the easiest of angles to play around with either, but you know, we get there. It doesn't have to be silly tight, it just has to be in the right place. So we'll do that. We'll do the same on the other side. That one there, there, into there. Yep, that's located in. So let's get that in the right place, and then we can tighten that down. So this is the silencer, I want to call it. Yeah. I don't know exactly what happens in a real one, but yeah. The cover is going on to the top of that, just like that, and we're using FP screws to hold that in place. These are a bit meatier than the AP ones. Two of those. Go on there, and the other one in there. Then tighten them both up, and we'll be done. Then we need to bring in the rest of the engine and fit this to the front bit. Again, an AP and an AM screw on this. Move this all back a bit. There's an AM. Let's get that out, so I know I'm going to be needing it in a moment. One of those. Come on, there we go. AM and an AP for the other side. That one. Okay, so this is going onto here, thusly. We've got a tube that's going to attach into there. So this bracket here has got the AP screw going through from the back here into that. There. It's all still very silver. I'm sure it's accurate, but it just feels very, very silver. The entire engine assembly. I'm not sure I like it. I mean, it could obviously be weathered and messed up, but as it's going to be hidden behind everything, it doesn't really worry me too much. This one is going through there into the metal bracket, hence it being the M version of the screw. Goes in there. And then we've got two of these. Which one am I using? Not that one. Neither of those. It's this piece that I'm using there. Pins going in there, holding that in place, connecting up these actually. So, right way round, so we can see what I'm doing. Goes on there like that. Too sure about that. Got some movement there. Should apparently be a bit further out than it is. I'll put it the wrong way up. That will help because that actually goes back a little bit further. That's better. A peg through there, a peg through there. That will sit there like that. It seems to do the job. Okay, we'll give you that. Right, let me get the rest of the car in place and see how everything else is going to go together. Right, here we have it. This is where it's going to fix. It just sits in there like that. We've got one hole there and a post there. That's the ideal way of making sure everything lines up correctly. It goes in there a bit like that. Feels like that's about right. Then we've got to turn it over. Now, I will say, at the moment, that shouldn't be there yet, but because of missing parts and delayed deliveries, I've already done that bit, which is sort of next time. But just ignore that for now. Let me turn it over while still trying to hold everything in place. There we go. Right, so that will rest on there. We've got three DM screws to hold this in place. That one, as I mentioned before, and those two that go down there. Once we've got those three screws in, it should be fairly sort of self-regulating, self-apparent, and will hold itself together. So let's get that one in a little bit, making sure everything lines up. And we can get these two in as well. And that one. Yeah, that feels like a thing. Those tightened down. And that will hold the engine nice and securely in place. I know there are two different versions of the engine and the gearbox in play. This is obviously very slightly different to the one that's pictured in this instructions, but it works the same. It's the automatic and manual one. I don't know which is which, but there we go. Right, I also need parts from last time or next time or something. We need these rods, apparently they're called. I've got one. There's another one somewhere. There it is. Knew I had another one. Are they the same? They are, in fact, the same, so it doesn't matter which one we do. We've got that there. We've got the other part of that to go onto there. Right. And then this fixes over there onto this and somewhere in there. Does it just go? Yeah, it just goes into the middle of the wheel over there. That just sort of pushes in place over there, and that part screws in place with an EP screw, which I'm sure we're going to be doing exactly the same on the other side. So let's get 2 EP screws out. I would assume that once this is in there, that other washery thing is just going to come down and cover the end of this, covering that screw hole as well, which is quite nicely designed. Does the job. Get that tightened down on there. Like that. Yeah, then it moves along. There. Like that. I'm quite happy with how that works. There is a different size to this. Did I get it the right way round or not? No, I got that the wrong way round. So I should turn that over next time. There is a larger opening and a smaller opening. The larger one would need to go obviously next to that. So it goes that way round. There. Get that in there. This one is also at a slightly different angle. I need to just turn that. I think I can probably do that just by putting in a bar, a pair of tweezers into there, turning that. Let's get that lined up there. Screw through there and through there. Have it. That goes on there nicely, and then that fits over there. Thicker end. It's on there much nicer than that one did the wrong way round. So I'll get that turned around before I get further into it. Actually, that thicker end actually even goes even further onto there like that. There we go. That looks much nicer. So that's that. We've got 2 more parts to fit. We've got the little brackets that go somewhere. I can't tell which way up it is now. I think it's the other way up now. Is it like that? It's not really very clear on that picture showing me where things are. That looks like that bit. So it's going down here somewhere next to that. Oh, it actually fits onto that. Right, okay. It goes onto the side here. So which one is which? It's got an R and an L on it. It doesn't. That's not that convenient. This is the wrong one. It's that one that goes on there like that with a AP screw. And again, I'm going to be using another one on the other side to do the same. Both of those out. That's going on to there. Through there. And into there. A bit like that. Tighten down in there. Get that pointing downwards, because I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to have to be for next time. We'll get that tightened up when it goes on to something else. Let's get the other one on the other side. Exactly the same, but the opposite. Through there, into there. That is that, and that is that completed, except for turning that bit around, which isn't a problem. I shall do that momentarily. I'm happy to have the engine fitted, even though one of the tubes has come loose, or two of the tubes have come. I'll get those fixed back on as well. But yeah, it's coming together. It's still not huge. It's a nice size. It's a good size, but it's not as big as the XO1, which is quite unmanageable. So I'm happy with that. What I will show you this time round. No, I'll save that. I'll save the big reveal for a bit later on in the build in the series. So I shall see you very shortly for the next part, where we're going to be doing other things. What we're going to be doing. I've done that bit, so that will be the next part that you watch if you watch it in the playlist. Other than that, you'll find something else to watch very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye for now.